Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Edem here with Global Abundance LLC, back with another video. If this is your first time here, thanks for stopping by. If you're already part of the family, you know how we do it over here. Nothing but good game that you can apply today in your real estate market. On this channel, we talk about residential and commercial real estate. So grab your popcorn, peanuts, refreshments, cut off all other distractions so you can absorb this info. If you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Hit that like button, subscribe, and share. I always say the more informed we all are, the better we'll all be. We have a free VIP group that's a community of real estate investors and like minded individuals sharing tips and tricks and answering questions. It's free to join, and I love to see you in there. So click the link below in the description to get access. Today, I'm talking about, one of my personal favorite asset classes in real estate, and that's vacant land. We're going from A to Z, but in this video specifically, I want to show you how to find an area to invest in. So I don't want you getting all anxious and impatient. So let's jump right into it. All right, land, vacant land. There are over 3,200 counties in the United States. Louisiana calls them parishes, and Alaska calls them boroughs. Regardless, that's a lot of counties to choose from across the country. So, where do you start? And the answer to that question lies in, where you are currently located, where you like to invest, and what type of land that you're looking for. You have vacant lots in the city, parcels in more, rural suburban areas, and you have larger, more recreational acreage the farther out you go. And the last time I checked, land is on back order and they're not making any more of it anytime soon. So what I love about buying and selling land is the ease of the transaction and the due diligence for the most part. I bought pieces of land that I flipped sight unseen, and I didn't need to travel to them or walk the property. So with that said, though, there are things that you want to look out for and avoid altogether when buying vacant land. We'll get deeper into that in another video, but for now, you want to know how to identify a good area to invest in. So there's basically four different types of land we're going to talk about. We have 1 to 25 acre lots just outside of major cities, cities with, a million plus population. There's what we call infill lots located in the city, uh, 10 to 100 acres in more rural areas, and small quarter-acre properties in abandoned subdivisions. Now, each of these type of properties have a different use and different type of buyer, and some are better for cash flow, and while others are better for getting cash now. So let's focus on the lots right outside of major metropolitan areas. Like 1 to 25 acres generally won't cost you $1 million like it might in the middle of the city. Depending on, the area, of course, an acre, will likely run you around 50,000. The second type of property is infill lots located within the city. Now we're talking much higher prices for these, like 50 to 500,000 per property. Next is large acreage in more rural and suburban areas. Like I said, like 2 hours outside of a bigger city. Here's, where you can pick 10 to 100 acres plus for as little as like 15 to 100 per acre. And that the last type is, subdivisions. And those are like small quarter-acre lots, and should be buying these extremely cheap. I'm talking like a couple $100 to $1,000 at most. Each type of property has its benefits and challenges, but generally, these are kind of like the four good buckets to start with and focus on. Now let's get a little more detail with these types of parcels, starting with the first two types. 1 to 10, 25 acre lots just outside the city. We're talking, a 15 to 60 minute drive out of the city. These type of properties are really good for cash sales. They're attractive and easy to reach, and they usually have utilities near or on the property itself. So these properties are, great to sell to people who want to build or buy and hold for, appreciation. And infill lots located within the city uh, generally, are going to be costing you a little more when you're buying. They're great for quick cash sales. Builders are always looking for these, but they are the hardest ones to acquire. Although harder to get, infill lots bought in the right neighborhood where developers are hungry to buy can turn out good for you. And the lots outside of the city should be bought in the path of growth. Usually, the city planning and development department, they'll have, like a 5 or 10 year plan for the area. So reach out to them and see what plans are in the works, and buy vacant land in the path that growth will sell for much higher amounts years from now. Now, let's take a peek at the remaining two types of vacant land. We've been talking about 10 to 100 acres in more rural areas. They're great for seller financing and cash flow. Recreational buyers, like, hunters, for example, are, interested in these kind of properties, and even preppers and, all my off the grid folks out there. So people who enjoy camping or just like, getting away from it all in the middle of nowhere, these are great buyers for these type of properties. Then we have tiny lots in abandoned subdivisions. And these type of properties are, like I say, cash flow heavy. You can buy them for dirt cheap and sell to a buyer with seller financing. And good deals and ideas turn sour. So, uh, a lot of times the subdivisions are, they're no exception. And a lot of times someone bought a lot in the subdivision, but nothing ended up happening. So now they're just paying property taxes and maybe HOA fees every year for nothing. So they're more than happy to get something for the property and walk away from that headache. All right. So how do you actually find out what property is available and where? You need to get a list. Remember what I said earlier. You don't need to see the property physically unless you want to, and you can do it all online for free or for a minimal cost. You got tools like Batch Leads, PropStream, REI Pro, DataTree, to name a few sites where you can get a list from, and you can do all your research from the comfort of your home with tools like Google Maps, Google Earth, and county GIS sites. So that was a quick breakdown on how to identify vacant land to buy. We talked about the different types of land, uh, acreage, and what you can expect to pay for those lots, and a few online resources for doing your due diligence and getting a list of vacant land. We didn't talk about commercial land versus residential lots, but I'll save that for another video and go deeper into buying and selling land. In this video, I wanted to, just kind of give you an overhead view of what's it all about. So thanks for watching as always. And if you found this info useful, hit that like button and subscribe. Something else that's free is, our free VIP group. And this link is in the description for that as well. So until next time, happy investing, and I'll see you in the next video.